What's going on, everyone? Dalt here with Lee C Parts in the Scrap Life Garage. Today I am down in North Carolina. We are working out our first trade deal in our trade series here on YouTube for the 07 Turbo S2000 that we just did the rebuild and repair series on for this 1999 FRC C5 Corvette. This thing absolutely rips. I'm gonna get the owner to tell us a little bit about the setup on it.
It's your typical sloppy mechanics build. It's an iron 6-liter, Gen 4 internals. It's got a 15 rear conversion. It's on a VS Racing 75mm, 1000cc Snake Eater injectors. It's got a Walbro 450 in the tank with a A1000 on a Hobbs switch. It's a built drivetrain car. It's all C6Z, TR6060, and stage 3 diff. Before I turned it up, it ran a 7.2 at 105.
That's in the 8th mile.
With a 16760. So it was spinning pretty bad.
Not too shabby at all. Loaded up and hitting the road back home. We kept the exchange portion here pretty brief. For the Corvette people that are watching this video, they know what this car is. A white FRC is not a common Corvette at all. I do want to take a quick second to thank everybody for the trade offers that we received. There were tons of great cars. A lot of people were really good about the valuation too. We didn't get a lot of people that were trying to trade junk for the S2000. Except for this guy. I don't know what his deal was, but we got the car that we wanted. I think this is an excellent trade to start off our series here. I can't wait to get it back to the shop, so let's hit the road.
So much cooler than that S2000.
You sneaking out here before I actually pull it around the building for everyone to look at?
Right there.
Yeah, the turbo setup on it is less than desirable. At the same time, it's going to be how it runs. If it runs good, then it is what it is.
Half of the ones catch the whole tubs on fire because they try and bring the turbo up over the tub.
This one's got plug wires like routed over headers and things along those lines. So
It's 2000, so there's that. Yeah, this car looks good. This is a win already. I don't care if the thing's blown up, it's a win.
yeah, I hope that is not the case. It didn't sound blown up when I left North Carolina.
Fuel's it on?
E85, straight E85.
Intercooler's behind it.
So he kept calling it a sloppy mechanics build.
That explains it.
Well, I believe that the sizing, like the 6-liter with the turbo sizing, but I don't know if the turbo kit, I haven't done enough research and seen enough of the sloppy mechanics stuff to know if it's just combination of turbo and motor that he's referring to, or if it's literally the actual kit that they have run on Vets before.
You're gonna tell really easily, because if you look at the kit and it's duct taped together, that's sloppy mechanics quality.
It's got heat wrap over everything and it's kind of hard to tell.
I've seen far worse.
So do you guys want to wait until we unload this and you guys drive it in order to grade the trade? It sounds like Carrington's already ready.
This is an A+.
I don't care how it drives.
Okay, so both of these guys are already saying that we ended up on the winning end of the trade, not even driving the car, hearing it run, any of that stuff.
Looking at this thing in the parking lot is way better than driving that S2000.
We got one. There's only one question. Did you drive it on the trailer?
Yes.
All right, you win.
Yeah.
It drove on the trailer. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, Carrington is so antsy. He's not doing things by the book. He already popped the hood.
We don't do things by the book here, and you guys know that.
Yeah.
That's not bad. So he took that header, went under the back of the motor.
That's like the standard way.
So the one thing that I want to kind of figure out first is the PCV setup that's over there, because it has a scavenge pump for the turbo, and it looks like the scavenge pump dumps into that head versus going into the pan.
I think that's perfectly fine.
It's just weird to me because then it also has a vent for the actual PCV right there. It's each side is vented. It doesn't have one in the valley cover, and then it's dumping that right back into it. So I just feel like that's a little bit interesting.
The breather, that vent is going to be over the baffle, and that oil cap dumps below the baffle. So
That's normally where you add oil to the car, so you can flow oil down by adding it.
Sure, I think it functions. I just haven't personally noticed that. And with that being said too, none of us have had a turbo V8, have we? I thought about that on the way home. I've never had a turbo V8. So I think this is going to be a good learning experience also.
This piece of junk is going to bust your RX-7. It's going to be so funny.
Well, we're hoping to bust some people. I was making some calls on the way home to already go ahead and set some stuff up. So
Make sure it actually works first.
Yeah, maybe I got a little ahead of myself.
The seat motors are broken. No, there we go.
Yeah, we're just not used to a C5 Corvette.
That fuel pump sound. There's that.
That's the scavenge pump, yeah.
That's quiet.
Oh, yeah, it's not too loud. Now, if you're on that side of the car, it's a little bit louder. Oh, it's not a target top, Carrington. You know about roofs now. You're a trained professional. I think Alex approves. She doesn't care.
Where's this baby go?
Is that not standard?
I haven't seen it on that before, but I am no C5 expert.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I have a Kong 2650 for sale from a TR1.
We figured that would get you guys' attention. Good Lord. God, I felt that in my ear. I was too close to that. That was a bad idea.
S2000s?
Yeah.
Traded the S2000 for this.
Yeah.
You guys can wait to go for a ride in it, but the whole thing of this series is going to be to grade the trade.
You're already up.
Tyler says up to already. Might be unanimous. What do you think, Seaver? Yeah, Seaver says, nah, this is way cooler.
How did you pull that off?
I don't know, man. He really wanted an S2000. I guess we should just take this thing for an actual spin and see how it does. All right.
Actually drives like a proper car.
Carrington's in love already.
I am.
Back in the vet. He hasn't been in a vet in months and months and months.
In months. You know what happened last time I drove a vet, right?
I do, which is why I'm slightly concerned, maybe?
A little first gear.
First gear?
Just to knock the tires off, make sure everything's kosher.
Alright. It hooked pretty good. That seemed fine. It was spinning, but it was going straight.
I think this is going to be fast enough to have a lot of fun, but it's not absolutely ignorant.
We should be able to find plenty of cars that are fast enough to have a blast with it, but it won't be hard to find cars fast enough to race it.
It spools good too. Like that's like, I don't know. I'm digging it.
Good turbo size. Again, from everything that he said, Sloppy Mechanics, this is a proven setup.
I'm sure you guys are noticing I'm being much more cautious in this than I was the S2000. That thing was slow. This is a whole different car, and it's kind of a little janky, but that's, you know, what you expect. That's what we were anticipating. So this one actually deserves a little respect.
Oh my God, this is not slow. Holy shit, that is not slow. That was one gear too.
Yeah.
Holy crap. And it hooked in second.
He said a C6C transmission?
TR6060 with a built RPM rear.
The C gears are long, and that is absolutely perfect for this car.
Yeah, that was rolling.
Perfect.
So he never 60 to 130 this. He never draggied it.
Yeah.
I am so excited to see what this thing does. It has to be pretty fast. So a guy in a C5 just waved, honks from behind us and waved as we were turning off the road.
He's probably like, oh, that son of a bitch is clean.
We're
and
part of the
realizing what
club.
this is.
Yeah, we're part of the club.
I've been a part of the club. But
I know. I've never had a Corvette guy wave at me. Man, you're right. I'm so glad I didn't bring the camera mount. You can actually see like how violent this thing is.
Yeah. I came in here on very little sleep today. I was up working late last night on videos just for you guys, and I forgot I had to meet Fernando at the shop very early this morning. I was dragging. I'm not dragging anymore. This is good. This will wake you right up.
This is a wake-up call for sure. That's so loud.
The problem that I have with this whole deal is, where do you go from here? Like, this is a trade series. How do you trade this? It's so cool.
With that being said, again, the whole idea of this is to trade this at some point in the relatively near future for something else. But you better believe we are going to do as much as we possibly can with this car while we have it, and it might get held on to slightly longer than the S2000 did.
I'll trade you something for it. I gotta find something to trade, but I'll do it. That's the wrinkle to this series. I'm gonna go buy a car to trade him for this car.
I didn't set up any rules for this previously, so we never ruled out like trades within the company.
Yeah, sure. Third gear.
Third gear.
Cruising on the highway, only going 55, but in third gear it's at $3 grand.
That's really nuts.
The tires are so tall.
Yeah.
The gears are so long.
God, that does not get old. It sounds as good as the R8. Like the R8 is just stupid turbo noise all the time. This thing has just as much of it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pulling under the narrows. I want to do my reel for it, and you got to hit two-step for me.
Oh, under the narrows? Oh, that's going to be so loud. I love doing that to guys like that because you know they love it. You know that they're old school dudes that are into fast cars working for the county, and you know that they absolutely were like, what the f was that?
Yeah, first gear's a little.
So, all right, yeah, so drivability is, all right, but God, you hear that? Yeah. When it went by that, it just barked. Oh my God, literally barks. Guys are about to get a show. One of the funny things about this car is that all of us are Corvette fans around the shop. None of us have owned a C5 though. Alex has owned a C6, Lee has owned several, as you guys have seen. All of us agree that the interior on the C5 is kind of what ruins it for us. But after finally actually driving in one and seeing the performance of this car, all of us, I think, are falling in love with this thing really, really quick.
Because it's very loud here, the plan was to do that and get the hell out of here, but that hurt, so I gotta show him.
No, I'm not getting that close. Woo. No, that does, you're right, that does feel different. Made it seem like it was easy and I believed you and everything, but like, holy crap.
It's stock easy.
It's like stock, yeah, it's like stock clutch on a car. It is a twin, it's a McClure twin. So.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, that makes me feel good because that's what I have in the FD.
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
I get it running. I'm doing 60 right now in fifth. It's at 1,800 RPM.
Yeah.
Sixth is probably, I don't know, 1,500?
Idle.
1,200 RPMs in sixth at 60.
It's almost a little like mild-mannered and like nice when the windows are up. I mean, it's hot, but
The AC does not work on this. That is definitely one area we traded down.
a sloppy mechanic LS turbo build, you knew the AC wasn't working.
Yeah. The compressor is there. It doesn't have a condenser. So maybe that's something we'll take care of. We are old and need AC now. I don't hate driving this.
No, it's nice.
It's comfortable. I get used to it.
You could not have paid me to have to drive that S2000 home. As soon as it was sorted, he didn't drive it home. He stopped, so putting it in here, I'm not touching it. This one, I'm driving home. I'm taking this home at some point. This thing's gonna be...
We gotta get the street wheels put on it.
Exactly.
That's another thing that I really didn't touch on yet. We got another set of wheels with this car. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it has street wheels with it.
What are the street wheels?
They're just like some knockoff. They're nothing special. They look good on the car. They're black. But there is a set of street wheels. We just have to get a set of rear tires.
Okay.
He used and abused the rear tires on it.
As one should. I'm gonna make sure we have the gas capacity for me to get home.
It is on E85, straight E85.
Round trip 220-mile drive. When my ZR1 was on E85, I could not drive it home. There's no pump in between. Hopefully this one gets the gas mileage.
He said it gets like 200 miles in the tank. So.
200?
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I'll stick a 5-gallon in the back.
Got some staples in the sun visor.
To make it not flop.
These are normal C5 problems.
All I know is we actually have headroom in here, which you can fit in here with a helmet.
You can fit in here with a helmet, and I'm gonna need to do that.
Even driving that S2000 for the first time, like I was ready to stop. Go back to the shop, get me out of this thing. I want to go back to work. But this thing, we just went on like a 15-minute cruise at least.
With a halfway decent set of wheels, I would take this on a road trip. It's perfectly fine.
You call him on that in the comments. You guys know I do road trips, right? I mean, at least 500 miles. Tell him where to go.
You do need to go drive it. It is an absolute blast.
Would you say she's a ripper?
So, oh, he's got a smile. He loves it too.
They may not know, but everyone else knows that I've owned a lot of different cars with all different spectrums. This thing is an absolute blast.
Exactly,
Like,
right?
Honestly, the next car I do will 100% be a Turbo V. It's incredibly responsive. It is just, it drives really nice. That is the, I can't even say it. Like, that is, what are you gonna look to trade for?
That's what Lee said. Lee said,
I'm gonna trade you.
Lee said that he, oh my God, Lee said the same thing. He said that he was going to buy something to trade for it.
Yeah.
I literally just walked around the shop and told Eric and Jeremy, and then separately Tyler, that this is the most fun 650 horsepower car that I have ever been in my life. We're gonna have a hard time trading this thing away. It better be for something really good.
Seatbelts are weird.
It's a 1999. It's so simple. It's so simple. So a good kind of surprise before we throw this thing in on the lift. The previous owner just texted me and remembered that he had turned the car down over the winter. We're having a blast driving it. It's plenty fast, but apparently this thing can get bumped up about another 5 pounds of boost. So I'm gonna take Eric for a ride and we're gonna try and turn it up a little bit. That was like 13 pounds. He said it could probably go up like another 1 or 2. Well, that makes you feel a little bit better because if this thing was running 10 pounds and I was that impressed by it, pull in right here and I'll change the wastegate real quick. We'll bump it like a point or 2 and see what kind of difference it made. We'll go 64. Oh, dude, the C5 waved to us earlier. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, we got another wave. That was a chick. I am so excited that I'm part of the club. Oh, that's 15 pounds. Oh my goodness. That is way faster. Good Lord. Wow. That was second.
I think I saw like 14.
I saw about 15.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. It's a totally different animal, even 2 pounds. Dude, wow. I love this trade.
That probably, yeah, this thing's way faster.
It's so fast. I'm sorry that there are so many ride-along videos in this video. This thing is just such a blast. We're literally driving everybody around the shop in it. Now that the boost is up a little bit, Carrington's got to go for a ride in it. He's taking Tyler. It's just too addicting. It's a good thing that this is an iron block because we are beating the crap out of it. You went in the S2000, and you know, it was marginally impressive. This thing is not marginally impressive. It is regular impressive.
I want to buy it, but I can't.
Well, it is going to be for trade at some point, so if you come up with a good trade. God. Wow, I didn't expect that. Wow. You're right, he's way faster than the S2000.
Way faster than
Holy shit. We are all drooling over this thing, and it seems to run absolutely fantastic, but we do need to get this thing on the lift. We need to look underneath of it, see if there's anything of concern, anything that needs to be addressed. This car, we want to go and take out and we want to race it. It's not like the S2000 where we had to fix the transmission on the S2000 and then a whole laundry list of other things. This car is ready to go and we are planning on putting it to good use. Of course, when I said put it on the lift, I meant use the forklifts. You guys are always getting on us about our forklift safety, so I doubled up this time. I don't want to hear anything in the comments unless somebody can show me actual statistics, the odds of 2 hydraulic hoses breaking on 2 separate forklifts simultaneously. And I've got these supports. This is now the safest place in the shop. The previous owner did tell me that it was leaking some oil, and he was not kidding. Oh, at least they painted the block. Nice black.
What the hell is this garbage?
This is called safety, Carrington.
Lots all those viewers are talking about. You're doing way too much. It would have been much easier to just put the thing on the lift.
So it's leaking a little bit of oil.
As any sloppy build should be. Okay.
Leaking just a little bit, and he did tell us that. So, okay. But it's leaking, I guess, a little bit from up here.
It's just a little, like, lubrication. We're in the Northeast. I mean, what can it hurt?
I mean, that will help prevent the rust, although it's on all the aluminum components. Does it prevent corrosion?
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Now that I'm seeing it underneath, the turbo kit doesn't even look that bad to me. Like, It makes a little bit more sense. It's tucked up there nicely.
Never seen an OEM sway bar have these rings on it.
FOD mounts also, or is it PFAD?
PFAD.
Okay, PFAD. Oh, dang, it's got billet spindles.
Yeah, so they're, well...
The LG Motorsports, he said it was a
Yeah.
15 conversion. I didn't realize that the spindles were different.
Yeah, so they do like the drop spindles. Or
Okay.
Like yeah, because the spindles, you know, obviously you see the rear control arm is ground down. You
Oh, yeah. Oh. To fit the 15s, okay. It is definitely a big sway bar on the back there.
OEM part number sticker on it though. That's weird though.
It looks
Bring it
big.
here, on me. Run that part number for me.
Man, this thing still has a front sway bar on it. We should just take that off.
So it says it's a C6 Z06 rear sway bar.
Ah, so that makes sense why it's so thick.
I mean, this looks exactly like how I'd expect this car to. You know, leaking just the right amount. Okay. When you buy somebody else's modified vehicle, it's gonna be leaking something.
Okay.
Pretty much just a fact of life. That's how it goes.
Yeah, what size turbo is this? I have people asking me. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
It's that big.
Apparently you don't know either. Yeah.
It's a 75, 78. I might be going dyslexic too. It might be a 78, 75, but
I think it's the other way.
okay, then there you go. Yeah, I said it right the first time. I think it's a proven setup from Sloppy Mechanics. So that makes sense why it's so well known, because everyone has, I guess, seen those videos except for us.
Everybody wants to build a turbo LS with $6 in their bank accounts knows exactly what it is. Highly doubt they powder coated the block. It's got to be spray bomb.
Okay, well, they did a good job. It looks pretty good.
Give me a screwdriver. I'll flake that shit right now.
Come on. No, they're just going to rust.
I want to see this guy with the 01.
I hope we have this in the 01.
Yeah, I don't know. That busted POS ain't never going to run again, I don't think.
Wow, you're busted POS. You might as well get rid of that thing and just keep this for yourself, because, I mean, this is way cooler than that will ever be.
Get real, man. I mean, this is the fastest car in the shop right now, though.
It
about the
probably is. You know, usually I'm ready to talk some shit. I'd like to prove that against the Tesla real quick before it storms.
The Tesla?
Tesla.
I wasn't even thinking about the Tesla.
Yeah.
It's charged to 85%. It's ready to go.
Uh-oh. Is there any other excuses that the electric boys might come up with that we need to address right now?
They're gonna say something if we do it from a roll.
Tires are in good shape?
Tires are just as bald as they should be.
All right, so they're basically drag radials.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we got no more excuses, though.
Well, here we go.
Some very interesting outcomes to the races there. Not necessarily too surprising, but I could not be happier with the trade that we made for this C5. It's now time for you to grade the trade. The S2000 was a rare 2007 white on red AP2, salvage title with accident history, 152,000 miles, Sheepy Race hot side parts, Treadstone cold side, laggy Turbonetics turbo, working AC, bald rear tires. The Corvette is a rare 1999 white fixed roof coupe, 175,000 miles, clean title, Sloppy Mechanics turbo kit, no working AC, leaks plenty of oil, but is fast as hell. We already have plenty of action planned for the second video with this car. We're gonna find out exactly how much power it makes, and we're also gonna find out exactly what it runs. Yes, I am talking about quarter mile racing in the next video for the Turbo C5 here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to all of the Scrap Life channels, the main Scrap Life Garage channel here, and also the brand new Scrap Life Dalt and Scrap Life Lee channels, where you're gonna see a lot of the same content, just presented in a little bit different formats. As always, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate the support, and we will see you in the next video.